Let's go! Let's make some noise! Where's those emojis? I want my hearts! Yeah! Oh, what is up, Fail to Render Comedy? On this set, can I just get a giant woo? Ready? One, two, three. Woo! That's what I like to hear, man. We're partying inside the universe and outside the metaverse. My name is Drew Blues, guys. How many first time over here in the metaverse, ladies and gentlemen? Any first timers? Any first timers? Yeah! Give it up for our alien lady over here, ladies and gentlemen. First time, ma'am. Welcome to Fail to Render. I am your host once again, ma'am. Give it up to Fail to Render Comedy because we had just gotten partnered up with Keenan Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah, we're making moves over here, guys. Our esteemed founder, Mr. Kyle Render, is actually doing big things right now. I was happy enough to step in as host. I'm so glad. If y'all don't know me already, my name is Drew Blues, and I do come from the great city of San Antonio, Texas. Woo! Yep. Texas, shoot 'em up. We're the yeehaw meets the a la chinga. I love it. So white people and Mexicanos have gotten together in racial harmony over tacos, man. We bring all races together. Oh, it's just amazing. I'm so relieved to be here too, just because I love the Oculus. I mean, the Oculus is just a game changer in my opinion. It was the only thing I missed on a PS4 is that Red Dead Redemption was my favorite game. Oh, I love westerns. I love cowboy games. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I dress like this in real life, by the way, guys. I do wear a cowboy hat. I do wear suits a lot. That's the thing. With the cowboy hat, I feel good. I feel powerful. I feel like Clint Eastwood. So I look in the mirror, then I just realize, oh my God, I look like the first guy that dies in Red Dead Redemption. The tutorial, not even the game. I die in the tutorial, sir. That's messed up. You know what? I never used to wear cowboy hats, man. And then like my other hat got ruined. My fedora. I really liked this thing. It was kind of old. I lost it, but then I wore a cowboy hat, and I gotta say this. When I was wearing that cowboy hat, I shit you not, my pussy level increased. Oh, the confidence that I got from that shit, man. Oh, yeah. You know what? Wearing a cowboy hat, if you're a Texan, guys, is the equivalent of Mario eating a mushroom. Like you just level up. Like it was amazing. Yeah, it was badass. Like with the hat, I looked like an oil baron. You know what I'm saying? But it was just amazing. It was a game changer. Oh, it only happens to Texans though. Only to Texans. Because if you wear a cowboy hat and you're anybody else other than Texans, kind of like you're a tourist. That's about it. It only works for Texas guys. I mean, some guys can do it too. I know our Canadian friends can do it. I mean, everybody can wear a cowboy hat, man. You just gotta pull off the swagger, you know. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. It's all about confidence, man. It's all about how you carry yourself. Am I right? It's all about confidence, how you see yourself. Yeah. Because the world's full of haters, man. Haters tell me all the time, "Oh, Drew, you're too fat. Oh, you're too loud. You'll never be successful." You know what I tell those fucking haters? Thanks, Mom. Love you. Fucking love you. Oh. Hey, I'm so excited to announce I just got me a badass brand new job. Round of applause from me. Yes.
Woo, yeah.
Yes, I'm finally self-sufficient. I used to it's hard, man. Especially nowadays, especially in 2022, it is just hard to look for a job because they require you to do a whole bunch of shit, right? You know, they ask you a lot of questions. Like, first of all, this application told me, Drew, tell me about your employment history. I'm like, first of all, why would you want to know about my past jobs, right? Like, who gives a shit? Like, employment history to me, Fail to Render, is like me taking you guys on a tour of my fuck ups. Like, what do you want to see first, right? Right? Sir, do you want to see how I got fired from McDonald's for eating cookie dough? Is this what you want to see? Come on, man. By the way, fuck McDonald's. Who the hell puts a damn camera in the freezer, man? Breach of trust right there. Oh. Yeah. Yo, you want to see how I got fired from a construction site because I didn't want to sweat? Is this what you want to see? By the way, I wasn't even I wasn't even doing construction. You know what I was? I was the lookout for the fucking actual construction workers that drank alcohol on the job. Oh, the worst. The worst. You know what? Believe it or not, these construction workers, right? I was the youngest guy in this crew, so I was always like, I had to do like the weirdest shit, right? I was like, hey, we're gonna be drinking. Watch if the owner's here. I'm like, what the fuck? No. What's wrong with you? Like, dude, like my boss and his friend drank so much that I could have collected these cans and it would have fucking helped my salary out a little bit. Like I could have collected these damn cans. I messed up. Oh man. Other thing is, man, it's just all the job sites looked alike. I could not handle a fucking construction site job. Oh, it's the worst. First of all, they had us working in the summer, and usually I would love it, right? It's a good exercise technique. But don't put us in a porta potty. How the hell are you gonna have us in 100-degree weather and then a fucking 200-degree porta potty? No, we're not doing that.
Ew.
Like I used to go in there and I used to come out with a 6-pack, and I'm fat, guys. That was how much this thing used to burn me up. It was a sauna in there. It was a sauna basically that smelled like shit. That's what it was. Oh, ridiculous. Recently my job was I was actually a security guard. Yes, a security guard. I defended your car. That's it. I was the guy that defended something. And they gave us no guns, no tasers. I didn't even get a rape whistle. That's how messed up this job was. At least something, man. And you know what? You know what pissed me off about this job is like, because I was scared when I was a security guard. Like, man, I was so scared that I was going to have to work out for this job, right? I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to work out. I'm going to have to lose weight. I'm going to have to do something, right? Hell no. I walked into the office. My interviewer had the same body type as me. Yeah, we're not security guys anymore. We're the obese police. That's how fat this dude was. This dude, the only thing this dude secured was a buffet. That's the only thing that this dude secured, man. Talking about, they're going to teach me exercises. All right, there's just one exercise that they taught me, guys. I'm going to do it in the metaverse. There's just one that they taught me was get the hell out the way. That was the first move, right? That was the first move of security. You're watching it. The second move is they don't pay me enough money for this shit. Yeah, because I almost died at this job, man. First of all, I am the most chillest guy ever. I love jobs, right? I try to do them as best as I could. There's a time in your life when you realize this is too much. Like I got assigned to a location, and this guy, right, that I got assigned to, he was like kind of on the edge. Like y'all had good jobs, right? You know this guy that goes above his pay rate, right? He wants to be the favorite of the damn group. He wants to be the supervisor. The guy's like, all right, relax, dude. Relax. We're all working the same fucking hours, right? Because I got assigned to this one location. This guy was on, right? He was like, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do cavity searches. We're going to do badge checks. We're going to do luggage checks. We're going to make sure that this facility is secure. I'm like, motherfucker, this is a Quiznos. Relax. Yo, chill, dude. Oh, and I almost died because I was chilling at this one hotel, and this hotel had a reputation for having all sorts of people in there. Like, I saw 3 prostitution busts, 2 midget prostitution busts. Like, it was a crazy hotel. Like, there was drag queens, vampires. I was in Hotel Transylvania doing security, all right? And I was in the corner right here. Usually I get high because this is the most chillest job. It's a night shift, so I just got through smoking a bowl. Where my pothead's at, yeah. Keep blazing, stay amazing. Yeah. I was chilling in my little golf cart, right? And I was watching a movie. I was watching Game of Thrones. I was watching the show, you know, and it was getting good too, right? Like Joffrey had just become king. I was like, wow, I wonder what's gonna happen. I hope everything turns out good. And I'm just watching this, right? And I realize that there is something wrong with this game show. You know, we heard the theme song before. Right? This night it was different. This night I heard I was like, what the hell? I was like, what is that? Turns out it's a car alarm in the distance. I was like, oh my God. Here's my time to shine, right? I'm a security guard, man. I'm literally wearing the same outfit. I just came back from a show. I'm dressed up like the midget marshal, right? and I hear something going on in the background. I'm like, oh hell yeah, now shine. So I'm like practicing my lines, like I'm gonna become a hero, right? I'm gonna go from Paul Blart to Batman right now. Like I'm ready. Oh wait, sorry. I'm wearing a cowboy hat. I was about to go from Paul Blart to Clint Eastwood. It's a security guard. Oh. And like I'm practicing my lines because I knew what I was gonna say, right? I was gonna run into the perp. I was gonna be like, hey, you better stop. Right. I was gonna point and then they're gonna run away in fear. That's what's gonna happen. I had this whole thing. I was gonna come up with a deep voice. I was like, hey, you better stop. Right? That's intimidating, right? Well, I start my golf cart, right? But my dumbass forgot to charge the golf cart, so I'm going slow as fuck to this crime scene. You know what I'm saying? Just practicing my lines along the way. Hey, you better stop. Hey, you better stop. And I go, right? And this golf cart is small as hell, so I run into the perpetrators. I see them break into this car. And I had to swing my fat ass out of this golf cart. So literally, I had to go. I was like, hey, you better stop. These guys took one look at the small sheriff and they ran my golf cart over. Boom! They ran me over with me inside. Oh, no. It was the worst. When my golf cart got run over, guys, I heard a girl screaming. It took me 5 minutes to realize that girl was me. Hey, thank you so much, guys. That is my time. You ready for your next comment? Oh, hell no, ladies and gentlemen. I need more energy than that. You ready for your next comic? Let's go.
Yes. Yes.
Energy. Hey, guys, coming up to the stage is a very funny comedian. Coming up, give it up one more time for the very funny Mr. D'Angelo Joyce, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Woo.
Amen.
Yo. It's like, no.
Oh.
I know. Different line of work. How do you know it was gonna be good? I mean, you just think because I'm black and not a freestyle. That's what you thought, huh?
I think you're
You would
funny.
be right.
Oh,
Anyway,
hey.
man, how y'all's day going? Good.
Good.
Friday.
It's good. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine earlier today, and I'm an empathetic man, especially to to ladies and to my fellas too. I think men need to be emotionally intelligent to one another and offer good advice. And he confided in me and he said, hey, I got somebody I talk to who I don't I don't know how to cut them off. What should I say? What should I how should I word cutting this person off? And I got kind of upset, because like you don't owe that person an explanation. You don't owe them an explanation for cutting them off just so they can drag you around. You just cut them off. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello? Are you there?
Sure.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you there?
Hello?
Hello? Did you hang up? So he took my advice to heart.
Okay.
He took my advice to heart. I didn't like it too much. But that was kind of rude, I there was this viral. It was like a fake video on the internet, on the Facebooks. There was this guy who had a girlfriend, and they broke up, and he had a kid by her, and she had some other kids. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but he comes over to give some food, and he only brings food for his child, for the other kids, and so this is big hubbub and fuss. She's like, if you don't give food, all the kids don't get food for none of the kids, and she throws the McDonald's on the floor. I was pissed.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, man, why would you not? You're not feeding your child now. You know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Thought that was just kind of rude. And then I started talking to more women about it, and I started empathizing. I'm like, you know what? I think she was right. I think it is true. You shouldn't just feed one child. You're not gonna feed everybody, right? Don't feed anybody. So I went to Chuck E. Cheese, and I was there with my son. I saw this woman. She was breastfeeding a baby, so I ran up to her and I pulled the titty out of the baby's mouth, and I said, "Hey, you stop that. If you're not gonna feed all the children here, don't feed any of the children. All right, kids, line up." You know what I mean? So it was like 20 kids lined up. The titty, and I felt proud of myself. I felt like a feminist. I felt positive. About affecting change in society. So that was a beautiful thing. In life right now, I am a caregiver. I take care of my father, who has Alzheimer's. He's late stages. It's a very, very difficult disease. He doesn't often know where he is, and he often confuses his contextual situation based on like the clothes he wears. So like if I you know put on like a shirt that's like a polo, he thinks he's gonna play golf all day long. And he's not, because I don't feel like going anywhere right now because it's stressful. But so sometimes we're sleeping and we have to get somewhere like an appointment. I'll do is I'll like sneak into his room. I put on some shoulder pads, a jersey, and a football helmet. And I go, all right, all right, all right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Move, 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 move. Downstairs, 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 hut, 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 hut. And so it tends to work. Gets it moving. I when I leave out of the house, sometimes I run to the store and I'll leave them there for a little bit. People say, "Aren't you concerned about leaving out the house?" I said, "Not necessarily, because I have a camera set up and I can speak through the cameras to him. Whenever he tries to leave out, I just go, Mr. Joyce, Mr. Joyce, there is a nuclear threat." He's like shimmying back in. That tends to work decently. Uh, and he like doesn't know how to like how audio and things work now. I mean, he whenever I put like the Kindle, not the Kindle, but the Alexa on, the music's playing, he'll vibe and then he'll reset and he'll forget how to turn it off. So he just walks around and unplugs everything in the room until the music stops. And I'm a little bit worried about what's gonna happen when I'm playing music and he's hooked up to oxygen. So terrible. Like, the music may stop in his head, but it'll still be playing. And plugs the wrong plug there, so we'll see how that works. Um, I tend to have a difficult time on learning things that are wrong. When I was in grade school, I accidentally said the word Indian out loud. Oh, that's a mistake. The teacher asked me. She said, "It's not Indians, it's Native American." Native American. Shit. Okay, my bad. You know what I mean? And I know it affects me like to this day. You know what I mean? And it affected me for a while. So I wanted to learn about the culture. I booked me a ticket. And I flew over to India. I'm sorry. Native America. Native America. All right, my bad. And so I went in there and I ordered. I went to a restaurant and I just confused things right away. Went to an orderant. I went to a restaurant and I ordered some buffalo. They said, "We don't serve nor eat buffalo here." I said, "You don't serve buffalo here? Go get your chief." I don't think you're right. Go get your goddamn chief right now. What's wrong with y'all? Have y'all never heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? And just like half the people in this room, they hadn't seen Pocahontas. So they kicked me out of the country, and I came back to the States. I went to a powwow, and they were playing all this beautiful, music, Native American music, right? See, I got it right this time. And asked, does anybody want to contribute? And I said I would love to contribute. So they gave me aux cord, and I played. What the hell is wrong with me? I got some issues. I'm a fan of the sex talk. Ladies, you guys fans of the sex talk? The purple one, you look like you are. You look like you say some weird, like, alien shit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna pet you with my tentacles, bitch, or whatever.
Oh, I have 100 tentacles.
Yeah. Like the small, do they like the small tentacle or the large tentacle? Or it depends?
Depends on the mood.
Okay. All right. Ooh, I like that. Anal probing. It's like your thing, green haired guy. You look like looking at the corner of his eye. I don't know if it's just like the software that's doing that, or he's like, ooh, gonna get dressed for the show. Anal probing. Yeah. Choke me with my turtleneck, because I'm already being choked. So pretty much like what it is in here. And so I had a woman, I like sex talk, but this woman, she was like too much. It was like the John Madden sex talk. She narrated everything. She'd be like, oh, his penis is at the 20. It's at the 10. Touchdown. Like, hey, calm down. But she would go, oh, is that what we doing? That's what we doing? Oh, you want to kiss me? That's what we doing? Oh, you want to kiss me in the ear? That's what we doing? You want to kiss me in the neck? Oh, that's what we doing? You want to lick my titty? That's what we doing? Oh, you want to lift my leg up and kiss my ankle up to my toes? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Oh, you going to lift the bottom of my feet? That's what we doing? So I had to, like, cover her mouth with my hand. And not even in a sexy, like, hand gag fetish kind of way. But then, like, could you please stop talking because you're ruining my focus? So I did that, and she started going, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? And then I was like, all right, fuck my ears. I was like, cotton balls in them. She was like, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? She don't stop. That's what we doing? You doing that? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? You doing that? But then I was like, all right. I folded myself, cover my ears. This girl knew Morse code. She was like, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? You doing that? We doing that? That's what we doing? I said, I knew I shouldn't have gone to the military. I understand this, bitch. That's what we doing? That's what we doing? We doing that? That's what we doing? All right, y'all. It's been fun. I'm D'Angelo George. Have a good night.
Yeah, that was good, man. Hey,
That's what we are doing?
Give it up one more time for D'Angelo Joyce.
That's what we doing?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing?
All right. D'Angelo does have a book out about sex called Is That What We're Doing? Out on Amazon soon. All right, look out for that. Hey, guys, give it up for the Failed to Render comedy team. We got Argo in the back as our excellent bouncer. We got the DJ up in here. Give it up. Yeah. We're building up stars today, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad we got green people, we got purple people, we got the purple eaters, we got everybody here. Yeah. Hey, this next comic, I'm proud to announce another Texan all the way from the great city of Austin, Texas. Give it up for my buddy Jimmy Smoltich, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Hell yeah. True Blues, everybody. He does actually dress like that in real life. That is his outfit every time I've ever seen him. Hey, thanks for coming out, you guys. Drew was talking about video games. He mentioned Red Dead Redemption. I've been playing Mega Man 11. That game. Yeah, that game could be called Mega Anxiety. Holy shit, man. That fucking What the hell is going on, dude? I remember playing video games as a kid, and it was like, this is a good way to relax. And now as an adult, I'm like, holy fuck. I need to take some drugs. This is like too much. Like, holy shit. They put on there's too many buttons now. There's a lot of buttons. I feel like I'm trying to turn on a lady. I mean, I don't know. It's slow motion power. I don't know what's happened. I'm married, you guys. Can you believe that? After those jokes, it's true. Man, so recently I tried to get in. I'm gonna be acting. I was like, let
Ooh.
me try some acting. So I got into this play, and originally I was supposed to do some music for the play. I was gonna play some piano for it, but then they sent me the sheet music, and that shit looked like an algebra 2 problem, and like my music level ends at algebra 1. Like I cannot. There was too many letters next to each other. You guys, I could not solve that equation. I could not. I don't know what the hell is happening, but yeah, I don't know what a G plus is. You guys, like it's like a better G. It's like the grade below an F. It's what I made in music class or algebra 2. I don't know. So I was supposed to do music for this play, but I was like, I'm sorry. They're like, well, why don't you just try to act out for it? And I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian. I can do that. And so I acted out. And they were like, oh, man, it's good you didn't do music for this thing because you're perfect for so many roles. And every role I got was asshole white guy. So I know my range, I guess. Like, you're perfect for the douchebag character. Thank God you can't play music. So I'm going to be acting soon. We'll see how that goes. I've never acted before. I'm just channeling the best actors I know, like Jim Carrey. So I think it's going to go well, you know? So yeah, man. What else? I don't know. I was in a comedy competition recently, and I was like, fuck, man. I got some good jokes, but it didn't go well, man. I ran the light. They put the light right next to the spotlight up in the air, you know, exactly the opposite where the audience is all sitting. And then the light goes off, and you're like, still telling jokes. And then they start flashing, and you're like, oh no, I've fucked some shit up. So, just an insight onto how comedy works, you guys. I know it all looks like fun and games from your position, but there's lights, and there's flashing, and there's rules. Do you guys know that you're not supposed to wear shorts when you do comedy? Thank God I don't have legs in this place. Yeah, you're not supposed to wear shorts.
What?
I don't know why.
That's what he got on.
My legs are clean shaven for no reason, I guess. No. I don't know, man. You're supposed to move this mic stand out of the way when you do comedy. And in virtual reality, they were like, yeah, fuck it. That thing is just staying there, man. Yeah, and they also got, I don't know if you guys can see the drone, but there's a drone. It looks like it's made by Nerf or something. I don't know. You guys remember Nerf? Remember when shooting your friends was cool? Before everybody got all emo with it. Fuck. I know, I'm getting heavy on you guys. I wanted to try to do a set where I didn't do any jokes I had pre-written before, so this is all new stuff. I apologize for the sadness. If they, you know how it goes, man. Comedy. It's a weird game, you know? You get into it and you're like, I want to make people laugh. And then you just get sad. Like, it's fucking weird. My roommate's a comedian also, and he thought that shit was funny right now. The truth is, I mean, I guess the weird thing about it is, like, you say humor's and tragedy, and the truth is, like, weird because it hits you different no matter how long it takes, you know? But, I don't know. Being funny is a weird thing, man. Maybe one day I'll learn how to do that. Like I said, I have jokes. I just want to be a comedian that can come out here and make you guys laugh. So, without like having something necessarily pre-prepared, like I want to be able to just think about the shit in my life, be like real with it. But the reality is, I just smoke weed and play video games. So, I mean, the good thing is, maybe you guys can relate because we're all like at our living rooms playing with headphones on our faces.
Yes.
So this is my crowd. You guys are my people. Like this, I feel like this in anime conventions. I feel like I'll really find the market at. Like, oh fuck. I will do a couple of jokes. I'm a preschool teacher, you guys. Despite all the drugs and video games, I'm a preschool teacher. It's a lot like a normal teacher, but they don't drug test us, and you don't have to graduate college. So the kids are in good hands, you guys. The future generations are looking good. I smoke weed because I can only listen to Baby Shark so many times sober. You know what I mean? Like that is.
Yeah, you know what do you mean.
I don't know algebra level 2 music, but that is some garbage. Like that is. I think I smoke too much weed sometimes. The other day I was pushing this kid on the swing. He was like, "Look, I'm higher than you are," and I'm like, "I don't know, buddy. That's a little debatable."
Right.
The other day, this kid asked me for a pipe cleaner, and I handed him a paper clip. Some of you guys are getting it. He was like, "This is the one I asked for," and I was like, "It will be when you get to high school, buddy. That's what you will clean all your pipes with that." I have never used an actual pipe cleaner to clean my pipe. It's too flimsy. And why are they all fluorescent colors? Like, I want to see Ernest Hemingway cleaning his pipe with a neon pink pipe cleaner. Like that would be a scene. It's weird that pipe cleaners became a children's toy to me. I don't know how that happened. They were like, let's get the tobacco out of this. Well, let's let the kids do it. It's practice for being a chimney sweep. They're almost 5. Like, get these motherfuckers working. Remember the good old days? I don't. All the days have been bad. Oh, man. So I'm a preschool teacher. It's weird, man. My wife is also a preschool teacher, and sometimes people are like, "When are you guys going to have kids?" And I'm like, "Whoa, you don't take your work home with you." You know what I mean? Like, you got to draw the line somewhere. I feel like it's cool working with kids, though. I feel like they teach you stuff. I feel like every day that I go in there, I learn the importance of birth control. Because, goddamn. Those little bastards get annoying. You know what I mean? You can only smoke so much weed. I'm a teacher. I teach those kids not to fuck with me. No. No. Oh, man. I don't know why I didn't advance that comedy competition. Jeepers creepers, you guys. I wanted to do new jokes and stuff, but instead I just did the same old. A lot of people are comedians who are also teachers. I did a bunch of jokes with another teacher. Like he did 10 minutes about being a teacher, and I did 10 minutes about being a teacher. And so together we did like 20 minutes about being teachers, and nobody learned shit. Like the audience might have been dumber by the time they left. It's not formative at all. Like jokes though. I'm telling those things. Oh boy, oh boy. Man. I'm not just a teacher, you guys. I like to watch TV too. I'd like to get into documentaries sometimes. I was watching this documentary recently about feudal Japan, and it was crazy. It turns out like most ninjas weren't even trained. Like most ninjas were just farmers and stuff. Turns out that very few ninjas were actually turtles. I told you I'd kill an anime convention. There's 4 of those guys. They're turtles. The Ninja Turtles were my favorite superheroes because they're the only ones who had to wear disguises so you could tell who they were. You know what I mean? Like, it's great times. Their superpowers was looking alike, except for primary colors. And, and Raphael was always the angriest of the Ninja Turtles. That's right, I got more Ninja Turtle jokes. Raphael was the most angriest of the Ninja Turtles, you guys. Yeah, and I think it's because he had the worst weapon. He had the sai. He had to fight people off with the sai, which is like a giant oyster fork, or something you use to pick up trash on the side of the highway, something you use to bury tulips or some shit. You're like, that's not a weapon, man. That is a sad thing in your hand. How you supposed to fight off the forces of evil when your weapon's named after the sound of disappointment? Sigh. Ending with a word joke. You guys, my name is Jimmy Smoltich. Thanks for listening to me. Have a great night, everybody. Drive defensively.
Guys, give it up one more time for Jimmy Smoltich! Guys, make sure to follow D'Angelo. Make sure to follow Jimmy on Facebook and Instagram, man. These are comics that are on the rise here in Texas, man.
Microphone.
We're all over. We're getting comics from all over. Oh. All right, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. Can y'all hear me now? Woo! Am I coming in clear? All right, sorry about that. All right, I was just about to say, guys, make sure to follow these funny comedians on Facebook, Instagram. These guys are great. They have a lot of good content. But hey, you ready for your next comic, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Let me see those emojis fly. There we go. Give it up for the very hilarious Zachary Shea, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
There we go. There's the photo I was waiting for. Oh, we feeling good so far? Having a good night? There really are alien people here. Oh my god, there's more of you now than there were before. And you guys all look out of this world.
UFOs, man. They're public.
One more time?
Yeah.
Ja, my nejsme odsud, my jsme z jiné planety.
Oh, it is too late for me to start trying to learn new languages. No,
we just
no.
said we are not from here.
We are from another planet.
Okay. I kind of gathered that much, but again, I'm not learning a new language at 10:54 p.m. at night.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here.
Back there, man. I don't have time to learn alien languages. I watched like 8 seasons of Doctor Who to get late, and I will still not learn an alien language. You think I'm kidding about that, dude? So I joined a Nerds and Geeks club at my college when I first started going there. And there was this girl, and she was hot, and she was talking about Doctor Who, and like, I'm a nerd, but I'm not like a nerd, you know? I was like, well, you know what? No time like the present. So, in the first like month of college, binged through 8 seasons of British drama, and it's amazing that everywhere they go is in Britain, no matter what planet or what time it is. It's just everyone's in Britain. It's amazing. And then when I was finally ready to ask her out, she had a boyfriend who didn't watch Doctor Who, and I was like, "Are you fucking with me right now?"
No.
Months of effort, of Googling, of wikis, of search terms. I can't even begin to tell you how much effort went into this. All for nothing. I am a nerd and I am a gamer, and like I kind of feel like we're all gamers in here. If I'm wrong, stop me now. Please don't stop me. I want to keep going. Awesome. So obviously you guys play GTA. Do you guys ever play Saints Row? Because you know the new one just came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. When Saints Row came out, I was like so about the games as they were coming out. And then Saints Row 3 came out. My favorite video game weapon of my 30 years of playing came out, and it was the Penetrator. Have any of you guys played this game?
Yes.
Awesome. some of you are like, what the
Love
hell
the
is this guy
game.
talking about? The developers of Saints Row are more like the comedic version of GTA. And in Saints Row 3, they introduced a baseball bat type weapon called the Penetrator, which was a 4-foot floppy dildo. It was a one-shot kill for any enemy you hit. So this wasn't a gun game for me. This was I'm beating you with my rubber. You know, like you're gonna go, you may as well go hard. Pun intended. Here's the thing, though. That weapon had to be designed. The physics had to be designed and tested properly. The lead weapons designer of that game took it as a personal project to go to sex shops and watch videos for like months to get the veins and the physics right.
Oh. Dream job.
Like, you go harder, you go home, and that man. I have so much respect for the studio after that. That is my favorite video game fact. So I've been, despite all the crap you just heard, I actually do date. And I've been on a couple of dates, and like, here's the thing, right? Dating for me has always sucked. And before I go back to the dates, I kind of want to give you a little spectrum about me. So I was heavily bullied as a kid, and like, look at this. I'm trying to look presentable in a virtual environment. I was bullied heavily. And like, I brought it on myself. That is the worst part of all this. Like, the first day of grade 7 in Montreal, Quebec, I brought a leather-bound book about dragons to class called Hunting Dragons in the Modern Era. Which, by the way, that wasn't the start of the bullying. The bullying started after my first failed hunt with the entire class. Well, these fuckers waited for the right opportunity. And then, like, a week later, I picked my nose right in front of everyone. As a kid, you're like, I don't get it. Why am I being bullied? Now I see every mistake I made as it happened. It ended up taking 2 years for a woman to want to get close to the booger picker. And I was like, cool, whatever, man. And that was a great relationship. Like, she touched me in ways that I thought only uncles could touch you. And when that relationship was over, I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. I want to do that again. But I had no idea how to talk to a woman. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to ask my dad. He's married. He has it all figured out. And I was like, Dad, I don't know how to talk to women. I don't know how to impress women. What's your advice? He goes, oh, dude, so simple. Learn guitar. And I was like, that sounds awesome. This man is on his 3rd relationship in 5 years. I probably shouldn't have taken advice from him. Anyways, summer of grade 9, shredded on guitar. Grade 10 rolls around, I come in, cocky as all hell. I can play like 5 chords, which should be enough to impress any grade 10 girls. Strum my first note before some dude bull rushes me, punches me in the face, and calls me a bitch. And that's when I realized, once a booger picker, always a booger picker. But I tell you that story to let you know that, I still play guitar. And when I'm dating people and when I'm going out on dates, we talk about like our hobbies and our interests. And like, I lead with guitar, and she's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm a gamer. It's a huge part of my life. So I talk about it, and then she has to go to the bathroom for 3 hours. And I don't get that. By the way, just so we're clear, that is bullshit. I'm a guitarist and a gamer. You think I don't know anything about fingering? So, this is, by the way, these are jokes I don't have the confidence to say on stage in real life, where people can see that I have a face. Like, there's limits, there's stuff that I will try. Oh, like, tell you something, I haven't told the story actually on stage yet because it hasn't come to the right time, but recently I had a 10-year anniversary in stand-up comedy. August 9th was 10 years of me doing comedy, and for those of you that want, thank you, it is not applausible. That means I've hated myself for the last 10 years and made sure you laugh at me. But don't all, I'm saying it, it's fine, I'm over it. So like, here's the thing though, when I started comedy, for those of you that are interested in doing comedy, let me walk you through my journey of learning how to be a stand-up comedian. I'm a gamer, and I'm always looking up tips on like on Google for like games. So I started with tips for gaming, and tips for gaming worked out really poorly. So like tips for comedy worked out really poorly. So I was like, you know what, cool, let's try guides for comedy. And I found a guide, and I'll get to the guide in a second. And then because I'm a gamer, I'm like, I wonder if there's such thing as cheats for comedy. And it turns out the only thing there are for cheats for comedy is race. I am Jewish and white. All that I have are bad health issues and both my parents. Like, I have nothing good. I hate that joke so much. But so the guide that I found, incredible. It had PowerPoint presentations, it had slides, it had everything I needed. And then they're like, and when they're like, we have one last piece of advice for you. I'm like, fuck yeah, you do. And I go to the next slide expecting some ancient like Chinese secret, and the only words I'm greeted with are "don't suck." Really, dude, you were going so strong up to that point. And so like, here's the thing, right? I spent like 20 hours preparing my very first set. I go to the comedy club. Like I signed up for the comedy club. I got on the next week, and the host of the show is like, "Hey man, you look a little nervous. Are you?" I'm like, "No, not at all. I'm totally fine. Why do you ask? Nothing bad here." Oh, dude, I was so nervous. Like my palms were sweaty. Knees weak, arms heavy. The usual white guy crap, And like the guy who's going before me, he saw who I was. He's like, "Okay, dude, listen, doing this for a while, I will totally help you out." And I was like, "Awesome, man, thank you. Do you have any advice?" He goes, "Don't suck." And he actually had no advice for me. But like he goes on stage for me, and this set the premise for my entire comedy career. Because as a comedian, you're so nervous at your first couple times of bombing and not doing well in general and stammering over your words. And I was like going over everything like there wouldn't be a second chance. And the dude goes up on stage, takes the mic, and goes, "Ah, fuck it," and walked off. And there is nothing better for a has brought me best are dated women that I've been to comedy shows with. Like comedy stuff for me, actually give it credit for. All that to say, if you're gonna be going to start doing comedy, don't Google guides. They are not worth it. Tell you. So, like I said, I'm a gamer, and here's the thing: I like dating gamers, and the reason why I like dating gamers is a common ground. Like cooks date cooks, athletes date athletes, gamers date gamers. It works out. And like I was dating a gamer back in 2016, and things were going great. We're like a month in, and for my birthday, she bought me the latest Dark Souls, which was Dark Souls 3 at the time. Anybody here play this game? Anyone here like a huge Dark Souls fan like me? 4 people, amazing. The rest of you love yourself. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Dude, Dark Souls is dumb, okay? Like, I was explaining to a friend of mine who was, like, new to the game, and he's like, "Oh, I saw this cool game called Dark Souls." And the asshole in me is like, "Oh, dude, it's such an easy game. You should totally play it." And then the other part of me is like, no, I should warn him. For those of you who do love yourselves, Dark Souls is awful. Like, you'll walk into a room with a 7-foot-tall giant that will kick you through the wall, kill you, and then the only way for you to get back to your experience and your loot and everything is to walk 7 miles from the last spawn point and not die getting there.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit, okay? I've hated myself since Demon Souls, and I will continue to hate myself through Dark Souls 5. So when Dark Souls 3 came, this new creature came out called the Pus of Man. And the Pus of Man is a zombie that sees you, loses his mind, and grows a half dragon to fight you. This game, the tutorial level enemies will eviscerate you. They're like most enemies in video games stand in front of the wall waiting for you to attack them. Dark Souls video games, like Dark Souls tutorial enemies, are like, "Oh, we've got fresh blood. Bring it on, baby." So just imagine how powerful the Pus of Man is. And so when I got Dark Souls 3 from my girlfriend, we were still in that early stage of the relationship where it's still cute for her to sit on my lap. And so she's sitting on my lap, and I'm playing the game. We're having a good time, and the Pus Man comes up. I look my girlfriend in the eye, I kiss her on the lips, and I throw her off my lap so I go and do battle with this thing. Now, I won the fight, but I didn't have sex for about 3 weeks after, and I still can't figure out where I went wrong. Oh. Anybody do anything like life-changing during the pandemic? Not like I started a new career, but like I went vegan to give it a shot. Because that was my life. That was my life, like, the beginning of the pandemic. I was like, you know what? Gonna go vegetarian. And my mom was like, if you're gonna go vegetarian, I got a great film for you called The Game Changer. So I watched it. And you know what convinced me to go vegetarian? It wasn't the health benefits. It wasn't how great you would feel afterwards. They did a study with 3 male college students that they would have them eat meat food for a week and measure how long they were hard for when they slept. And then they did the same thing with a vegan diet to see how long and how hard they would be for how long. And so they did this for like 2 weeks. And when they came in for the results, they're looking so bashful. They're like, "You better not look, bro." Like, no one wants any part. And like on the meat diet, they were hard for like 20, 30 minutes tops. On the vegetarian diet, they were hard for like 2 hours at a time. Like, if you want a good reason to go vegetarian, you may actually satisfy someone, at least for a guy. But here's the really neat part, right? I was vegetarian for like 3 months by the time I started telling this joke, and I was so confident in my hardness length of time. I don't know. It's not really dick game, but it stays hard for a while. I was so confident in that if I was going rock climbing with friends and I was getting tired, I could just think of my girlfriend and dangle. Thank you. Thank you. It is one of the dumber jokes that I have. Oh. You know what? Hey, out of curiosity, have we got any parents in the audience tonight? 1, 2. Sick. Okay, we got a couple of parents. If I could just get you guys to give a round of applause for the parents in this room, because that is the hardest job you will ever have in this world, is being a parent. And here's the thing, I would not be a good parent, and I recognize that. But because I recognize that, I took steps. Like, I decided to get a vasectomy a couple of years ago. And here's the thing, there's no like easy, there's no easy way of doing it. Like, you don't just walk into the hospital and be like, "I'm done with these, take them, thank you." There's a process. You get a referral, you talk to the urologist, you set up the appointment, totally cool. And so I got the referral from my doctor to go to the urologist. And I brought my preschool teacher girlfriend with me for the consultation, so she loves kids. This wasn't a weak conversation, by the way. This was "Hey, I'm going for a consultation this week for a vasectomy. Can you give me a lift?" There was no discussion. That was my first mistake. I recognize that now. But so we get to the waiting room, and the urologist staff gives you a pamphlet that shows all the stuff that you don't want to see, but all the information you want to know. Like, I got a deep dive into the way that my testicles look, and I don't like the way they look. Anyway, so I go for the consultation. I walk in, and my doctor comes in a couple minutes later, and he's like, "All right, Mr. Shade, how's it?" "Oh shit, you are young." I'm like, "Well, yeah, but I don't want kids." And he's like, "Well, listen, you're young. I got to give you the whole talk." I'm like, "You can give me whatever talk you want. At the end of the day, you're kicking the plug from the wall." So he gives me his spiel, and he's like, "Okay, so let me ask you, do you not want kids because you don't like kids?" And then he looked out into the hall and sees my girlfriend, and he goes, "Or do you not want kids because you don't like your girlfriend?" And I was like, "Dude, she's right fucking there. Stop it." So I tell him I still don't want the kids after the whole chat, and he's like, "Okay, I need you to drop your pants so I can inspect you." And I'm a 30-year-old straight man. I was 27 years old at the time when it happened, and I've never had a man fondle my balls before. But more so, I've never had a man fondle my balls with a mission before. Like, he's at waist level, he's doing his thing, and I'm sitting there like, what the hell do I even do? I've never been in this situation. Like, on instinct, my hand's like going back behind his head, and he cats it from the side. And So he catches it, and like this guy is like twice my age. He knows exactly what's. He's like, no, not your girlfriend. I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad. So he, with my balls still in his hand, he's like, you got a really great set of tubes on you. And the comedian in me turns on, and I'm like, oh, I bet you tell all the girls that. Who's twice my age sees like 30 of me a week. He had the perfect comeback. My ball's still in his hand. He looks at me and goes, only the pretty ones. I blushed a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, dude, so dumb. And then like, here's the thing, right? I got the appointment like 2 weeks later, and I was fine going into the appointment. Or I'm sorry. I was fine shaving my balls the night before. I was fine going to the hospital the next day. I get into the surgery room and it suddenly becomes real for me, and I'm like, I'm panicking, I'm bargaining, I'm doing like whatever I can, like thinking in my head, like, maybe I'll double up, maybe I'll pull out, maybe I'll like I'm thinking of all these things in my head, and I'm so stressed and I'm so nervous, and I look out into the hallway. My girlfriend was again my ride for this whole thing, and she's sitting in the waiting room and she sees me and she does this. And I'm like, right, that's why I'm here. And here's the thing, right? If you're ever going to go into a surgery where you're awake for the whole thing, don't look at the tools. That is a rookie mistake, and that fucked me up for a solid minute. I'm just gonna call on you for a second because you're right in front of me. I'm gonna slowly open my hand. Just picture this is kind of round. You let me know when the needle is too big to go in, okay? And go. You're brave.
No.
Good for you, buddy. So they say in the pamphlet that it'll be a fine needle going into the tubing. And like when I think fine needle, I think like mosquito mouth. Like fine needle, I'm not gonna feel it'll be totally fine. What I'm not thinking is something the size of my goddamn pinky. And I'm freaking out, and I'm like, oh, that's not fine. That is not fine. The nurse is like, oh, sweetheart, that's not for you. That's for someone else. That's a horse needle. I was like, oh, thank God. And then I started panicking for whoever the hell's needle that was. Like, dude, this thing is like, you're losing a chunk of your arm for an injection. Anyways, I get the surgery, and then a couple of months later, I do my sperm test. You have to do it to make sure that, you're not doing what your balls aren't doing what they're supposed to do anymore. So I do the sperm test, and just in case you're wondering, I like triple bagged it with like non-transparent bags. No one at that testing center knew what the hell that thing was until like an hour of ungifting later, You don't walk in and just like slam down a sperm-filled test tube in front for everyone to see. That's not how this shit works, man. And so anyways, I hand that to them, and he calls me like a week later and says, congratulations, you've gone decaf. And it took me a second to realize what decaf meant. Same shitty taste, none of the side effects. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for your host up here.
Oh my God. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Zach Shea. Oh my God. If I could take off my hat for his Johnson, I would. Oh, poor guy. Hey, that's brave, man. That's the only reason why I would want an abortion is because I don't want to wear condoms anymore. That's about it, man. He did it for a noble cause. Give it up for Zach Shade, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, what out for me is like taking a trip to Hawaii. Like once I'm in there, I'm gonna start a life there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, guys, hey, man, I am so glad for y'all to be here. Give it up for yourselves for being the most badass VR metaverse audience ever, guys. You have been great. Now, I need some help for this. If y'all guys could dangle your remote controls, because we want to get a good round of applause together for this next comic. So you're already clapping, guys. Let's go. You're already clapping. Let us go. up for Jordan Mark, ladies and gentlemen. Nanu.
Forgive me for a second because I gotta be slightly ghetto, ratchet, if you will. My controller's doing some drifting. So if I give you guys like a sassy sachet, that's because I'm poor. Just in case you're wondering, I can't afford another. And we do that as adults. You're like, wouldn't it be great if we had shit that functioned? Am I right? High five. Give it up for being responsible. I just want another controller. Do you know how fucking frustrating it is to be with the zombies? Okay? Give me a second. I pretend to be a gamer, okay? And when I do this and I fail miserably and blame it on everybody else in the team, I'm trying to enjoy myself. Don't you agree? You're green. Babu-dee, babu-da, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of fun to be in another room with other aliens. Hence the name. I embrace it, oddly enough, and the best part is that it has really my name. My name is Mork. It's Norwegian. The mic is not real. That's Norwegian. Anyway, it's fun being a human from somewhere I've never been to because I managed to go to like Deutschland. And I wanted to go. Here's how dumb I am. If you could be just a redneck for about 2 seconds. I was a hobo in Colorado. That rhymes. I'm chubby and stoned in all space. Oh, sorry. So I was in Colorado, slightly homeless. Like I fucking had a house on the weekends. Occasionally, I would go home and see the missus. No, I was 100%. I had my license. I was a hobo. Like I was like, it's me. Hi, that's me. Everyone, I'm the homeless guy. But me and my buddies, randomly, if you could imagine people like, I can't. Pregnant bitches go on fucking roller coasters and shit, like smoking weed with all your homeless buddies. Don't answer that question, please. It's fucking obvious. That's why they're homeless. They're not smart, right? There's a small gag. I was homeless. I can make jokes about me. Yeah. Doesn't say that I'm not dumb. Okay, what I'm saying is that I was slightly high and I didn't have a place to live. But the best part about dating a homeless guy, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you're done with them, you can drop them off anywhere. Okay? The library, the local Burger King, their mom's house for a couple bucks. I'm just saying, I don't want to borrow the VCR, but I will. This pawn shop down the street. Give it to me, Ma. Give me the TV too. I need it. I'll borrow it back, probably. Never. I need it for drugs. My mother didn't live in Colorado. I saved up a bunch of money. My homeless friends, as homeless people do, instead of buying smack, which would have been the more prudent choice, being a homeless guy in Colorado, and bought my passport. Fucking what? Like stood there. Nice. Oh, speaking of passports, people, do you consent to a selfie and possibly canoodling after the show?
Yeah.
Jazz!
Yeah.
That was me and you from All the Love. It was the best that I could do. It's a photograph. It's the physical connection. Ew, humans. I was talking about my passport. I saved a passport money, which is a lot for a homeless guy. That's like 3 trips to the Motel 6 and at least 4 or 5 packs of ramen. And enough kibbles and bits to feed the dog for a month. Yeah, his name was Leonard. He was the mascot. Don't judge me. That dog lived great. Homeless people, they care their dogs. You know why? The dogs are their buddies. He was my he was my good time boy. Sweet cheese. Anyway, I get distracted thinking about him, the way that Lassie thinks about that poor bastard in the well. Did they ever get him out of there? Anyway, got my passport. I'm distracted. I'm chubby. I'm in alt space. We're gonna get through this. All right. I decided Amsterdam was the best place because it was weed related. And as a jackass, I thought I'm gonna learn German. They speak Deutsch. I learned nothing. True story, I saw a group of kids, they were like punkers with like the mohawk and everything, and I was like, fuck yeah, my people. You don't have to be, because back then I was gooberific, dude. I had like the trip pants. That's all I have to do, right? Like bitches like, whoa. I took up the entire street when I walked. That's how badass my trip pants were. You know you're cool when you can't walk properly? I got these in a magazine. Anyway, I had to pack them separately. That shit would have been expensive if I'd have brought that on the plane, those fucking trip pants. Messed up hat, spikes, and chains and shit, all assembled myself because back in the day there was no Hot Topic when I was that age. Or there was, but I wasn't spending that shit. Are you kidding? I'll put a screw bolts into the salt and put it on the car myself. All of a sudden now I'm Julia Child. Today we're making a second fest with a village across the Colvin and I love it. Like that is. Any idea how frustrating that is when you're like trying to be hard, like listening to like rock metal music jamming out? I'm trying to talk about fucking Amsterdam, you stone son of a bitch. Anyway, okay, hold on. What are we talking about, Jordan? Are we talking about fashion? I work at Men's Warehouse. God damn it. Of course I was going to talk about jackets tonight. What in the frickety Friday night Frisco Ferdinand Doodah and Mickey Mouse fuckery am I doing on stage? Making fun of myself in front of a drone. How you doing, baby? You're green. I wish that thing moved. I want to hijack it and take it to my ex's house. I know you see me, bitch. Anyway, she's living happily in Seattle. We got the money, we got the passports, we got the khakis. We figured we'd get the chicks in Amsterdam. Just broke my finger. We get on the plane. Everything's got to be close to me when I'm chubby and sitting in the cross-legged all the way against my wall here because my cord's dying. Just so you know, I'm distracting myself because I don't want to bring up the PTSD-related shenanigans involving my motherfucking trip to Amsterdam. No, Mama wasn't happy about that shit. I don't remember anything positive about being on the plane. Everybody frayed out fracking lied to me. They were like, okay, it's a quick little 17-hour. I was like, bitch, hold on.
Oh my God.
Quick 17-hour. I immediately did the math, and liar is the equation. That's the sum right there. Shit. Squared even. What are you doing to me? And they're like, nah, bro, okay, bro. And everybody that I knew, I apologize. We were drug addicts. I was the stoner connection. I used to do blow when I was a kid, so it's really weird when you're like Mitch Hedberg had a quote that was like, I used to do drugs, I still do, but I used to too. Anyway, I smoke weed still. I can't do anything else. I'm almost 40 years old, and Kevin Smith had a heart attack fucking eating cheeseburgers and shit. I'd be doomed if I was still like, yeah! Distracting myself, Jordan. Are you doing a great job? Anyway, my buddy's like, don't worry about this. He poured me Ambien. That's how I say it. It's French. But you're gonna fucking pass the hell out. Put that shit in my hand. And he told me everything. You're gonna feel a little clean. You're gonna pass right out. Okay, now just so you know, Morgan Freeman cues in. He goes, but in fact, he was a liar. And Jordan would take that pill and sit, and then feel inebriated, and then pass out for 15 goddamn seconds.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
I turned into that one drunk bitch at the party for like 5 minutes. I just lit the wrong part of a cigarette. This song is about me. We should go swimming. And then just like out of nowhere, I black out. For like, I'm not even kidding, what it felt like 45 seconds. Then I wake up with a hangover. Like the chick's like, do you want something to drink? I'm like, shh. Yes. Jack and Coke, what the fuck? My buddies are out, dude. Fuck you, Jordan. 17 hours. What the hell is turbulence? Just so you know, that's when a plane is riding against an air current as it's traveling across. You're gonna get a little bit of a lesson here from me to you. Okay, this is why Jordan almost shit himself. It's fucking max altitude. So we're cruising across the freaking thing, and there's like airstreams, and airstreams are going, yeah, okay, what? Yeah, just like that, right? And a plane has got to either go with it, we're there, right? Or what's even worse is when you go against them, which is like a chick on a bike is just like, fuck you, bitch, me. There's something on the wing. Like, and it was just terrible for me because while everybody else is just like reading Sky Mag or whatever, Sky Mall or some shit, I'm sitting there like, And I look over at these people, and they're going, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm gonna die. And I heard everybody else, like, they're like, okay, you don't really need to worry. As I adjust my headset, because my fat ass has just got the most calisthenics I've gotten in an entire week. Thank you very much. This guy sitting next to me, he's like, listen, okay, and already I don't like you. You can just talk to me randomly. I'm just like sitting here trying to like eat my peanuts and watch Biodome. Just fucking leave me alone. I'm having a freak out on a plane. The last thing I want this guy to do is look over at me like I'm human. Check the name. God damn it. No. I'm sitting here literally just like, I'm fucking fever on this poor guy, and then that infects him, and then he's like, this guy's going nuts, and then what happens? Air marshal, me, my chest, rubber bullet, you bitch, and then like that's me, right? The next 16 and a half hours.
Oh God.
This thing hit turbulence before I had to take a piss. I was like, you son of a bitch. I'd have a better luck on the outside of the plane. So we're out there and we're flying. We hit the ground, right? And I'm immediately like, we need to find a coffee shop now. Coffee shop in the Not From American Dictionary is a place where they sell, distribute, roll up, smoke up, toke up, and fuck up marijuana in Amsterdam. I know this because I've been there. I've been there because I was homeless. We get off the plane. I'm like, oh my God, this is Frankfurt. Oh no, it's my passport. Yeah, my packet. And I get to the freaking thing. We get in the car. Golf GTI modded out for like the European urban persuasion of transportation. So like we're on the Autobahn, right? Kicking ass and taking names, literally at like fucking almost like 300 miles an hour. And I'm not even kidding. I can barely drive. But once you like get into that Ricky Bobby, like I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna go fast, you're already like down and in. And the best part about that is that like you hit max speed, you steady out, and immediately people are still right past you. Like I can only go so far before I hit my peak right now, and I gotta tap out because I'm sitting there in a Volkswagen Golf GTI. And there's this old broad in the distance in like some red sports car, whatever, with 3 cats. She pulls right past me. And just like gives me the bird because I'm going too slow. I'm mad. We get to Amsterdam, we get fucked up, we go everywhere else, and long don't you know it? I lose my crew, we get all messed up, I get bashed out. If you ever get the chance to go to Amsterdam when you're homeless, like that would ever happen, just don't. Okay, save the money, go to Motel 6, get some schmack. Guys, that's been my time. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I love every single one of your faces. The colors alive, people. Be creative, all right? Pale and not pale. Come on, really? Purple. You guys are my favorite. Green is officially my favorite. We coming to my birthday party, Chuck E. Cheese. I'm gonna buy the pizzas, I swear to God.
Oh man! Give it up for my killer from another world, Jordan Mark. Yes. Give it up for Jimmy Smoltich and all the counter comedians that you've seen tonight. We had Jordan. We had Zach. Oh, guys, give it up for. Oh, did I do it again? I'm sorry, Argo. My bad about that. Hey, give it up for Argo, ladies and gentlemen, for the for Madison, Jimmy, follow all these comedian guys. We're doing great things in the metaverse, and once and for all, I know I probably sound like a permanent record and a broken record, but please follow Fail to Render Comedy for more events that are coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, all right? We are growing. We're building an empire. We want you to be a part of it. So, guys, my name is Drew Blues. Keep blazing. Stay amazing. Thank you. Woo!
Thank you.
Yoo-hoo. Thank you.
Woo!